I always wanted animals, and so my dad told me I should marry a farmer. And I married a farmer, and we moved to Zeeland in November of 1979, and we started out with 25 cows. I had to learn everything. I didn't know what I was doing, basically. How long to milk the cows, how to feed calves. I grew up in a home where there were 3 girls, so coming to a family where there was all boys, it was hard for them to adjust to a girl wanting to be outside and work. And so I think that was probably my biggest issue, was I felt like I had to prove myself all the time. I believe it's changed because I believe there are more women that are in agriculture now that have bit the bullet and just done it. I think that back when I was younger, it was a scary thing. And I think that when things happened to people's husbands, I don't know how many women actually stayed on the farm. I think now that men have adjusted to the fact that women can farm, I could totally see any one of my girls farming because of what they were taught. We have 3 daughters, Alicia, Kristen, and Emily. They worked hard. They all had to feed calves. I would say by the time they could walk, they probably held a bottle in their hand to feed calves. We always told them that we could have never farmed if they wouldn't have helped. After Tom passed away, we were very fortunate that the farm was paid for. There were people that thought I should sell out. They didn't know what I wanted here, but this is our home. We were on this farm for 34 and a half years together. I don't know where else I'd want to be right now. As far as men in the community, I have my handful of men who were totally awesome that came to help and still come to help. No questions. Pretty much let me make the decisions, but are always there to help if I need help. She is actually a crop adjuster, and she's always been my go-to person in the last 3.5 years. She comes home and helps me do things. After Tom passed away, she put the hay down for me and I baled it. So we're kind of a team, and her goal someday is to farm this farm.
Growing up on my family farm was interesting. I would have not wanted to grow up any other way. I loved it. It taught me discipline. It taught me how to nurture baby animals. It taught me everything in my life, and I would have not wanted to grow up in any other way. I want to take over the farm. I'm definitely going to have another job to do this. Health insurance is a big deal. It boggles my mind how expensive it is for something that people need in life. So to have a job that will either A, pay for it, or B, help you pay for it will make life 100 times easier. And with my crop adjusting job, it's pretty flexible, so I can still help in the field. I can still help plant if we're not busy. I can still fix fence, do all of those things, but yet I still have a job that I will be able to collect a paycheck and help with bills and all of that stuff. If a young man's coming back to farm, what's his wife supposed to do? Because if he's coming home to a 500-acre farm, there's no way that they can both farm. She's going to need a job. And you usually have to drive 25, 30 miles for that job. It is very hard to be a woman in agriculture. It was an adjustment to be a woman in agronomy because dealing with old German farmers who are stern in a way and Roundup's going to kill everything and I don't need all this other stuff, it's hard to explain to them that you can't spray Roundup all the time. It's going to become resistant. We need to make a different plan. And for them to listen to a 21-year-old girl who's just came out of college is very hard. I wish that I would have more women to look up to in the agriculture world. So I'm hoping that I can be a big part of that. My best friends, I hope that they have little girls who want to farm or marry a farmer and at least be able to say, well, I got to drive a tractor today, that was my job. One person said to me one time that, I don't understand how you can farm. You put so much money into it and you don't get anything back. And I just laughed and I said, people don't farm to be rich. People farm because they love it.
Production funding is provided by the Tri-County Tourism Alliance, the Opp Mertz family, the NDSU Library's Germans from Russia Heritage Collection, McIntosh County Bank, the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4, 2008, and by the members of Prairie Public.